Welcome back to the garage, guys. Today we're going back to work on the tractor. Got a couple things to do to it. You seen on the last video we installed electronic ignition. So now what we're going to do, we're going to change the starter on here. It's a pretty simple fix. We're going to put the new high output coil, flamethrower 2 coil on there that we have, and quite possibly get the carburetor on, which is going to probably take some time. I don't know if I'll make another video on that because I actually have to make a fuel line for that. So let's go ahead and let's get started with the starter. There's a starter to the Ford 3000 that we're going to take off. As you can see, there's a bolt right there, right here, and right there. That's it. That's the 3 bolts that mounts the starter. Then we have coming from here to here, we got a wire, and then the ground wire hooks on this bolt that runs to the battery. So, and there's no battery on here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this off, and then take those 3 bolts off, and this thing should slide right out. It'll be a lot easier because there is no carburetor. As you can see, that would mount up right there. That's out of the way. That's really what's been postponing this, because I wanted to put a new starter on it. So let's get to it. All right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take this off. I believe it's 1/2 inch. It looks like it. Yep. Take this off. I'm going to take a gander on how it is. Okay, the nut. It comes with a brand new nut and lock washer on there. It does not come with new mounting bolts, so we're going to reuse those. Let's disconnect this here. This is kind of tough to both see and do, considering the loader bracket that's right in the way. All right, so we're going to disconnect that. Going to get this out of the way here. I'm going to put this new one there. The new starter, it came from Steiner. You really need to, and it's important to know, they make a different starter for the gas Ford 3000 and the diesel Ford 3000. It's different for each tractor, so just remember that. And I don't know why. Everything on this tractor has been standard since I've worked on it, but for some reason, these bolts here, they're 14 millimeter. I don't know why, but they are. Now we're going to take the mounting bolts out. Forgive me. Actually, I probably should have taken that bolt out last and make it a little bit easier. Like I said, we don't have new mounting bolts, so we're going to hang on to those. I tell you what, I have a new negative cable. I may put that on here. This one's looking pretty rough. All right, now I'm going to do the bottom one. This one might be a little sucky. Yeah, this loader bracket, man, it just makes life harder. I've had this loader off before, and access to everything on the sides is unbelievably easy. Come on, stay on there, damn it. Yeah, there's no, it's not like starters on some vehicles or bell housing on some vehicles. These 3 bolts are very easy to get to. Even with the carburetor and stuff on, it's a little easier to get to. All right, there's number 2. Now we're going to do this one back here. Hopefully I can just get on it. Maybe break out a ratchet for this one. Maybe not. Nope. Come on. Oh yeah, coming right out. Let's see if I can get this out by hand without blocking your view. Nope, nope, just a little tough. I wasn't originally going to change the starter, but I went through such a fit trying to start it once that I could tell it was really weak for the last couple times I started this thing in before I brought it in here. So, and you know, I'm changing everything else pretty much in the electrical system, so wouldn't hurt to change this. I doubt it's the original starter, but I have no clue how long it's been on there. And there's the bolt. Ooh la la. Just like that. Oh yeah. All right, now let's take a look at it. All right, here's the starters. This is the old one, new one from Steiner. As you can see, the teeth are in somewhat okay shape. There's a few of them that's a little grounded, like that one right there. So you can hear it in there moving around. And this one, a little bit better. Same setup. Pretty much the same one from the new one. So let's get this baby thrown on. Oh, gee, that slid right in there. Yeah. Cool, cool. I'm gonna do this one first, just to get it set in there. All right. Now, I think I want to do this bottom one because I'm going to put a new ground cable on this. So, and I'm probably going to put that back there in the top. So down here on the side, that way it's kind of tucked away a little bit. All right. That new cable's over here, I think. All right, that other ground cable was pretty worked over. I got a new one here. It's it's about, I think 18 inches or something like that. It'll work, but I'm just gonna try and see if that would be long enough. Oh yeah, that'd be long enough. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, now we just tighten them up. All right, that starter's in. Don't quite know what the torque specs are on these, but I'll probably, I mean, they're pretty tight, so. All right. Now, put this back on. The new nut and lock washer. Hopefully this is 1/2 inch just like the old one was. No, it's bigger. Watch this be 14 millimeter. Yeah. That's tight on there. All right, that's done. All right, I got you guys the best angle I could on this. We're going to do this before we put the carburetor on because it's just going to be easier. Get these out of the way. Basically, it's just this bracket right here. And they're 1/2 inch. Actually, I'll go ahead and put that extension on there. Nope, that's the Titan. My bad. I got one back here. Now you're going to want to adjust this bracket and tighten it up around the coil before you put it back on. Actually, I guess you don't have to do that, but it just makes it easier. The thing I found simplest is positive terminal goes out here and negative goes in there. Just position it like that. There's one. And there's two. All right. Now that that's off, I'm going to show you the difference in these coils. All right, got the coil off here. This is what I had on there. This one is, I think, like 3.7, 3.6 OHM. I'm not sure the volts it puts out, but this is what we're throwing on. This is 0.06 OHM. Very low resistance in this, but it pumps out about 45,000 volts. Positive there, negative there. This is what you need if you go to electronic ignition. You also need to have a certain type of spark plug wires, and that'll come later on. But yeah, this is a very high output engine coil. If you try to use that, with electronic ignition and all that, it will work for a time, but you'll eventually just burn it up because it doesn't have the output that you need. This one does. So I'm going to go ahead and, just like how I took this one off, set that one down in there. I'm going to bring it all the way up and position it to where the negative is towards the inside of the bracket and the positive's on the outside, just like that. Now I'm going to tighten this Phillips and 5/16 up and then reinstall it. All right, we're not going to hook the wiring up on that just yet. I want to get the carburetor on there with the lines hooked up, just in case I need to move any of these wires anywhere else. But I know where they all go. These two and the red one coming from the coil and electronic ignition go to the positive, and this one goes to the ground. All right, I got the carburetor on. I didn't film it, but that fuel line right there, you see right there, that comes, yeah, right there at the back. That's the one I had to make, and I fed it down to where right there is the fuel bowl. So I may have to do some slight, yeah, just like that, just some slight adjusting, get that fuel bowl away from that. So, or I may turn this. These things are long enough, I can probably turn that to the side. But yeah, starter, coil, and carburetor. So that's about all on the new parts. I am getting new spark plug wires for the electronic ignition that we put on. Probably going to go ahead and get new spark plugs too. This is the new ground cable for the battery, and then the positive cable for the battery comes up behind there. Probably going to go ahead and throw the metal rod back down through there with the cotter pin on it, and put the battery tray back on. So, but I just want to make sure that there's nothing else that needs put in a certain place before I do that. So, yeah, like that. All right, good. All right, so yeah, that's about all we're going to do today. I got stuff to do this afternoon, but thanks for watching. I hope those two little things that I did helped you, and see you on the next project.